Hello everybody, welcome back to the Huddersfield Town preview show. We're in the manager's office at the Aki Stadium and I'm pleased to be joined by Lee Grant. Lee, you were in here last night, obviously, after the game. Quick turnaround, just give us your thoughts again on last night.
Yeah, look, it's a really proud evening for myself and the group, obviously. We have gone up against a really tough opposition with some exceptional players within their ranks. I think we make 9 changes from the game at the weekend and we put on a really top display. And there were some highlights in terms of having some young players out there as well, really delivering. But of course, senior players coming in, being at a really good level. It was so nice for the group to see that we have that strength and depth and we have players ready. And so yeah, for me, lots and lots of positives to take away from it.
We've spoken to Roughan as well, that people will see shortly, and he was saying he was looking forward to a nap when he gets home. The lads have been in working again today. It's a big game on Saturday at Bloomfield Road. Just talk to us about what your hopes and expectations for the next couple of days of work are.
Yeah, well, look, we've and rightly so, we've had to come in and make sure we do everything we need to do to be in a really good position for Saturday afternoon. So we've got to recover. We've also got to make sure we put this game to bed, and we've done that first thing this morning so the boys can, because it's unusual. So usually you'd have a game and you'd perhaps have a day at home with the family to digest and to let such a result sink in, or to speak to family about it, or to friends or partners, and the lads haven't had that opportunity. They've barely had an opportunity to sleep. So we've made sure to be careful to box all of that off today, understand why we were able to be successful, all of the things, the majority of which were hidden and don't necessarily get noticed so readily from the stands. Had an opportunity to really understand what they were and why the boys were successful in everything they did last night. And then we've turned our heads very quickly then onto Saturday. So we're straight into the detail of what we're going to be facing, what we're going to be up against, the test that's going to be ahead of us, so the guys can be clear by the time we come in tomorrow, Friday morning, ready to work with a clear head on what's going to be in front of us and what we need to do to go and attack it.
It was a big collective effort last night. Have they all come through it unscathed? Everyone okay?
Yeah, so that was really, another really pleasing part of it for me. We've not come away with any bumps or bruises that we wouldn't do usually, that are going to prevent anybody from being involved on the weekend. So again, really positive.
Perfect. It's a strange one with Blackpool, because looking at the results on paper, it's obviously not the way they would have wanted it to go so far. Does that make them perhaps even more dangerous, because they won't be short of any desire to put that right?
Yeah, I think so. And I posed that exact question to the group this morning, and loud and clear the group were and the boys were pretty certain that the start and the position that Blackpool find themselves in right now is and does make them much more dangerous. We're certain that Blackpool are going to be a good side this year, and we're certain that they are going to be in or threaten that top 6 and be a really tough opposition for teams. We've got to try and make sure that's delayed for another week, because look, for sure they're going to look for a reaction. There's the possibility there could be changes, whether that's in personnel or in structure, and we've got to be ready for all of those eventualities. So for me, a really dangerous test up against a really good manager with lots of good players that they've recruited well this year. If you look at who's come in the door, and over the course of the last 12 months, they've got good players in the building now. So yeah, it's going to be a real good test for us, but one we are absolutely looking forward to, and yeah, another opportunity for us to go and show ourselves.
It's not just you guys that are looking forward to it, it's the fans as well, who've sold out the away end at Bloomfield Road in record time. I don't think you've made it on general sale. It must give you guys a great feeling to know how excited the fans are to be there, and their desire to show their support.
Yeah, undoubtedly. So we saw it last night. You could feel the energy last night, and I think people are walking away from the stadium, players and supporters, by the way, feeling really energised by what's just happened within the stadium, and we hope to be able to put on a display at the weekend that leaves the supporters feeling in a similar way. And we've managed to do that over the first 3 games. We want to keep building that. We are always setting out at the start of the game to, as much as we can, give those that have come to join us on that journey, whether it's home or away, and we really set out to try and give them an honest reflection of who we are and what we're working on during the week and who it is we want to be going forward. At the minute, it's not been perfect, but what we are able to see is some green shoots of this feels like and looks like a team that I would enjoy watching, and there's bits of this that I really like, and I can see that the endeavour's there, and I can see that the work is there, and above all, I think what people are seeing is a real collective and a real collective effort. So that's great. It's great that the fans are recognising that. We want them to be able to see and feel that, because we need them with us on the journey. So delighted that we've got a huge following coming up there with us, and we look forward to seeing them at the weekend.
Doing our role in communications, we get to take the temperature and feel the pulse of the fans quite a lot in doing what we do, and it's been really impressive to us and heartening that even though we've got 12 new bodies in the building, the words relatability, identifiability, if I can get my teeth back in, seem to be the theme of what the fans are saying about the group, is that they're already seeing a reflection of themselves and the club's ethics in a new group. That must be a good thing to have already started to establish 3 weeks in.
Yeah, well, I hope that that's because what the players are doing and how they're applying themselves has some real core elements to it that people can resonate with. And I think when you watch, if you just took, it's probably wrong of me to speak about individuals, but if you took some of our younger guys, for example, that we've seen on the pitch recently, and the way they've applied themselves, the way that they've really worked and they've, delivered what's been asked of them, then that's something that's really exciting for people to see. Now, like I say, we've seen that across all 3 fixtures in various guises, one way or another. So again, we hope to try and every single week, regardless of a scoreline, be able to show the supporters, this is us, this is who we want to be, this is how we want to behave and act, this is how we want to work. And we always hope that that's something, like I say, that the supporters feel like, yeah, I can see my team in that, and I'm enjoying watching that. And like, as always, that's regardless of what the scoreline says at the end.
Well, long may that continue, fingers crossed. Thank you for taking the time to speak to us again so soon. We'll be back momentarily with Sean Roughan. Hello everybody, welcome back to the preview show. I'm pleased to be joined by summer signing Sean Roughan. Sean, I know it's only a short amount of time since last night's game, but how are you feeling? How was last night for you?
Yeah, it was very good, obviously, to get back out there. It's been a little stop-start for the last couple of weeks. We had knocks and games and training and that, so it was good to get out and play obviously the 90 minutes, and to get the result is even better. But yeah, it's just to get out there and to playing football again was nice.
Playing football is something that you did a lot last season, so it's strange that you've had a bit of unavailability at the start of the season. I don't think you missed a minute for Lincoln last year. Obviously those were unavoidable impact stuff, but it's good for you to get those minutes into your legs again, those competitive minutes. Yeah,
look, I take pride on how many minutes I play and being there, and probably that's the biggest thing in football, is it being available for the manager to select you. So that was one of my biggest prides, and obviously to be in the gym the last couple of weeks, not being able to kick a ball, it felt weird. So I just wanted to get back out and play football, and hopefully keep them away now and continue what I did last year.
The goals that we conceded last night were pretty unavoidable. There were a couple of really good finishes in there, but your personal performance as well as the team performance was really encouraging, really bright. The feedback that we've had from supporters and everything that everyone covered the game said's been really positive. That must be something that means a lot to you, that the fact that fans are already taking to you.
Yeah, look, obviously fans make up a club, and that's what, when I first seen this, the interest that Huddersfield had in me, that was a big thing for me because of how big the fans are and the fan base. And you seen yesterday in the cup game as well, and you seen the last league game, and I think Blackpool as well, that how many fans are going there. So to have that support on the road as well as home is unbelievable. And even the lads say in the changing rooms and that it helped them a lot. Even like tough times like yesterday, where we were under the cosh for a little bit, to have the fans behind you, it pushes you on that extra little bit to wave it on or to do stuff that you probably wouldn't do if the fans weren't there.
Thank you for bringing up Blackpool, because that was going to be my next question. Sold out away end at Bloomfield Road, but another big test for us, another important game. Obviously they want to get back to winning ways as quickly as they can. They're an ambitious club as well. Straight back to work today for you guys as well. There's no break even after a game that went to penalties last night. Just what are your feelings about Blackpool like? Excited?
Yeah, of course. Obviously you have to be excited for every game, and it's close enough. Obviously sold out away end. It's going to be a good game. It's against a tough team. Played them last year in the same way I think they're playing this year. We'll have more look into it tomorrow, but it's they're a big club. They were in the Championship a couple of seasons ago. Good players, and they have big threats. So like every game, it's going to be a tough game, and we've got to try and do what we have been doing and not go away from that, because if we do that, we have all belief in the players that we have in the changing room to get the job done.
Last thing I want to ask you is just about the mood in the camp at the moment and with the boys. Obviously you're one of our newer players, having arrived this summer, but it seems like you've all gelled really quickly, not just on the pitch but as a group off the pitch as well.
Yeah, it's a top group, and I think for however many years I've been in football, and that's one thing that I like is a good group, and I had that in previous years as well, that if it's like that, it's going to pay in your favour a lot to have a good group off the pitch, because if you have that and everyone gets along, then it just goes onto the pitch as well, and it shows that if you're a good group and you get along, that everyone will fight for each other. And you're seeing Reading and Leicester yesterday, even the young lads coming in, that everyone's there willing to fight for each other. Everyone's backing up. If someone makes a mistake, it's the next person, and so on and so forth.
You've been Joe Taylor's taxi driver as well since you've got here. Just talk to us about that relationship and how you get on well with him.
Yeah, like we got on a lot in Lincoln, and he's a very good lad, and he's a very good player, and he's when he was at Lincoln, he was top. He gelled with the group real quickly, and he helped me gel with the group here pretty quickly as well. So to have him in, and look, we go in every morning, and I drop him home every after every training session. So I don't mind it. It keeps you company as well. So, and he's go around to his to watch the football every now and then as well. So
nice. You making him chip in for the petrol?
No, but he does get me a coffee every now and then. But I still get my fair share as well, unfortunately.
Excellent, mate. Thank you very much for your time. And to any supporters, we've got Doncaster Rovers next week as well, so make sure you get your tickets and join us down at the Accu Stadium.